All right, I think we're recording.
Awesome. Hey, guys.
Well, some of you asked me about the tattoos, so EA agreed to make a video and go over his tattoos. So
Awesome. I'll just show you the ones on my arms for now. I'm not going to start stripping off and showing you everything I've got. But first one I got was a pentagram, obviously symbolic of the powers of magic. I don't care what direction it's facing or anything like that. The pentagram itself is, to me, identifies magic as a whole. Also the covenant, the ancient covenant that exists between our race and the race of spirits. And, I had my first artist, Abram, dress this up. I came to him and I was like, hey, I want to do fires, snakes, maybe some like blades or something there. And he came to me with a goat skull, and I thought, this is perfect. And so he went ahead and I did the skull, and I wanted a really big horn. You know, horns are obviously a massive phallic symbol, and well, I figured it needed to be fucking huge, so had him do that. And then on the back, he also did the dark goddess, the bloody goddess. And so, well, we've got the horned god and the dark goddess united around the pentagram. That just seemed like that was perfect to me. It kind of had all mythologies wrapped up right there. Now, most recently, in the past few months, I've been adding some more. This is the dragon's eye, and I saw that first time I saw that was in a meditation, candle meditation, Trakata meditation, and I'm watching the flame, and the aura around the flame mutates and changes into a 100% serpent's eye staring at me. And I see it, and I thank the dragon, the serpent, for coming forth and meeting me, and it says, aren't you supposed to be meditating? So I thought, oh, okay, I'm just here observing you, looking into the dragon's eye. And then I started seeing that in the clouds, in the sun, in the moon. I see it in reflections. I see the dragon's eye everywhere. The serpent is always watching, and so I wanted to put that there. And we've got the symbol of sulfur, also known as Leviathan's cross, and that's basically, it's black sulfur. It is what is left after everything's been destroyed, and so in a way, it's soul. It's the eternal part of yourself that can only really be accessed through destruction, through getting rid of everything that you thought you were. And, because that does tie in with kind of the darker and death elements, I went ahead and had him put a skull there. This is my new artist, Ryan, that's done this, as well as everything on my right arm. And I also have here the Seal of the Sorcerer that's kind of being ejected out of a hellmouth. The hellmouth was my artist's idea. I basically gave him the symbols and let him do a lot of the art around it. Told him I was looking for something that just looked creepy and looked like it came out of hell, and that's what he came up with. We're going to do some coloring in it. But that's a symbol that came to me that I used throughout the OAA and that I still use as kind of an identification of the sorcerer. It kind of sets the sorcerer apart. When you use the Seal of the Sorcerer, you're really making a statement about yourself, who you are, how you go about life. You're not the person that just waits for good things to happen. You're not the person that just hopes that the circumstances turn out right for you. You're a goddamn sorcerer. So, that's that arm. On my right arm, I've got Thor's hammer. And that was now the first piece I did was actually this bind rune. That is a prayer to the ice giants and the ancient gods to grant me knowledge of the unknowable. Whenever Odin needed to know some serious things, he didn't go talk to the other gods, he went and talked to the giants. And so that is a prayer and an invocation of them to teach me the unknowable. Then I had Ryan throw the rest of the hammer on there. I just came to him and said I want a hammer, and I would like it to be somewhere around this, and so he slapped that hammer on. I also gave him the symbols of Odin's eye, which represents the sacrifices that Odin made, the sacrifice of his eye to have the knowledge that he needed, which to me is, reminds me of the sacrifices that I have to make for the things that I really desire. And I also gave him the Valknut. I'm not sure if you can see that in the negative space back there, the three triangles. And that's the connection of all three worlds. That's the connection of all three worlds, or sorry, I'm sorry, all 9 worlds into kind of an intermingled knot. And so, Celtic knotwork kind of does the same thing, where it's all of the gods, all of the devils, all of the beings are all really working in unison. That and as a human being, you exist in all 9 worlds simultaneously. You are God, giant, human, dwarf, elf. You're all of these things because it's all within your blood, and so it's all united within you. And then I had him throw the serpent up there, Jormungand, and once again the black serpent, who we called today at this boot camp session, and I had an awesome experience with it. I think we both had really cool experiences with that.
Yeah, it was pretty badass.
Yeah, and so that's the ancient serpent, the primordial force that threatens everything and protects everything at the same time. I really love what Ryan did with the dragon, for sure. He really relied on some older drawings of it to get the eyes and to get the face and all that. He did such an awesome job. And this was all, by the way, this entire arm was all freehand, so none of this was really sketched out beforehand. He just grabbed his gun and started going to town. I'm going to have him finish this arm up at some point, but I've just got to get some more inspiration. So that's it.
All right, man. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.